This year in New Orleans, there have been 31 homicides and 53 shootings. That's according to the Metropolitan Crime Police Commission. In 2022, around the same time, there are 94 shootings. One of those victims was Joe Cooper, and he nearly lost his life. But thanks to new technology and advancements in medicine, he was saved.
And here in New Orleans, EMTs carry blood in their ambulances. It's a game changer, one that increases the chance of survival for trauma patients. Eleanor Tabone has the story.
City, New Orleans, 911.
I just heard a bunch of gunshots and screaming coming from next door.
My husband has been shot. Please send somebody now.
A man was shot on St. Rock Avenue. We found out the victim is Joe Cooper.
Leslie Cooper says her husband Joe was gunned down in the doorway of their St. Rock Avenue home in Gentilly.
To be in that situation, bullets flying in the house, that was extremely terrifying.
This is Leslie Cooper.
The moment that shooting happened, what were your first thoughts, and then when you realized Joe had been shot?
Disbelief that this was happening. I'm a retired nurse, so I went into keeping him with me, survival mode of myself, but keeping him breathing.
May of 2022, Leslie's husband Joe Cooper nearly lost his life outside his own home.
During an attempted home invasion, my husband was saving me and was shot 4 times by the perpetrators.
Leslie says Joe was shot by a man who was looking for a delivery he believed was sent to their house in Gentilly.
I heard him scream, and I knew exactly what had happened. Then he screamed again, and I heard him say, they shot me.
We have units en route to you, okay? Okay, baby. Stay with me. Stay with me. I got them. They're coming.
Every second that went by was a precious second that mattered.
A call came out for a 34S, which is a shooting.
This is New Orleans EMS Captain Brooke Christie.
What was the scene like when you arrived?
It was very chaotic. When I got there, he was laying on the kitchen floor, and I knew immediately he was sick, he was hurt, he was injured, and we needed to go.
Joe's injuries were extensive.
So he had a pretty large caliber shot to the chest, and so which immediately, airway breathing, which is vital to life.
Captain Christie knew Joe had already lost about 1 liter of blood and was losing more and fast.
I knew the best thing for him was going to be getting blood in. So that's what we did.
New Orleans EMS started carrying blood on board their ambulances back in October of 2021. Since then, they've administered blood to 240 people. Some of those people may not have even made it to the hospital without that life-saving blood.
I'm replacing his blood loss with blood. I'm not replacing it with fluid anymore, which is ultimately not really the best thing to do, we find, for trauma patients.
How life-saving was that blood that you gave to Mr. Cooper?
I think 85 to 90% chance that he would have not made it had he not had blood. That has our blood bags.
New Orleans EMS is the only ambulance service in the state carrying blood. But this life-saving development isn't just saving gunshot victims.
We've done it a couple of times in cardiac arrest where we think that there's a bleeding source. I was able to give it in a female that lost a lot of blood secondary to a miscarriage.
Today, Captain Christie sits beside Leslie Cooper, the woman whose husband she saved that near-fatal day in 2022.
What daily struggles does Joe face?
One of the bullets went through the diaphragm. He's having respiratory issues. He has his right side of his body doesn't work. His speech is difficult.
33 years ago, Leslie and Joe Cooper said, "Till death do us part." Joe took a bullet for Leslie, saving her life. Now Leslie strives daily to be her husband's rock, in turn, saving his.
It's tough, but we're tougher. I'm sorry, we gotta stop for a minute. We joke that he's got about 4.5 lives left out of those 9 lives. And I'm gonna make sure that, that we hold on to those for a while.
Eleanor Tabone, WWL, Louisiana.
Last December, EMS lowered the age for patients to receive blood transfusions from 12 to 5. For now, Cooper's case is still under investigation and no one has been arrested. You can help support his recovery at the Heroes Wear Tie-Dye Blood Drive and Festival. That's on April 21st at the Maple Leaf.